Line and Lee Troop's about to do an interview.
We've got Lee Troop here with us. Look, Lee, we know your preparation for this race today was a difficult one. Was it a difficult race?
Yeah. I mean, my preparation for this was fantastic. I trained extremely hard. I got myself into the best shape that I could, and basically, I knew what was the challenge for me, and that was to break 2 hours and 12 minutes. I did everything right. A couple of days ago, just my hip was all locked up, and I started getting a little bit of referral pain in my hamstring. And Michael Shelley got me in touch with his local chiropractor, and we definitely loosened the hip up and we got it to open up. But unfortunately, I just really couldn't stride out and get into any rhythm from the gun, and just my hamstring and calf were just tight. The nerve was tight, pretty much for the whole 42k. But I gritted the teeth and, I toughed it out and wanted to make sure that I didn't have the same result that I had at London, which was another did not finish. So I think, I can take a lot of positives from the race today, despite the fact that it was just a tough day at the office.
Were you at all close to pulling it out, saying it's just going to be too tough today?
Look, that thought definitely come to my mind, and I think the reason why that did was because my last race I pulled out. I mean, when you pull out of a race, it's so easy to do it the next time and the next time and the next time, and all of a sudden it becomes a disease. And I had to say to myself, today, that because I'd already pulled out at London, if I pulled out today, I could pretty much kiss any chance of making the Olympic Games goodbye, because that would mean that I've lost my mental toughness. And I have my sponsor sitting in the VIP marquee, and more importantly, I've got my daughter there, and I've got to make sure that as a father, that I practice what I preach, and that's to always do your best. And today was the best that I could do, which disappointing because it's not what I wanted, but that's all I could do.
Well, you certainly did tough it out. Can you tell me, when you're out there and you're not even close to 100% fit, what's going through your head to get you to the finish line?
Your pride. That at the end of the day, that quitting's the easy option, and I'm not proud of the fact that I pulled out of the London Marathon. I pulled out thinking that I used common sense and it would save me for this race here. And I prepared for this race like I didn't have tomorrow. That this was my only opportunity, and I gave myself every chance to get out there and race well. But unfortunately, that's the nature of the beast. That a couple of days ago, just the hamstring tightened up and my hip was tight, and a guy that I'd normally see in Geelong was away on holidays, and I didn't get the chance to see him. And I did the best job I could to get to the start line to run the best race I could, and that's what it was. I ran 2:15:30, I guess, and not the 2:12, but at the end of the day, you can only do what you can do, and I just got to go back to the drawing board now and know that I'm really close. I'm not that far away, which is good, but I'm now only down to about 2 chances to make the Olympic Games, and I really want to make a 4th Olympic Games. So for me, like I said, I've just got to go back and get myself right, plan a good race, and then just hope next time the same thing doesn't happen.
Where will next time be for you?
I really don't know. As I said, as far as I'm concerned, the world ended tomorrow. So I treated this as the race that I wanted to get the time in, and I didn't really look past this. So for me, I'll probably look for something maybe, December, January. There's Fukuoka in Japan. There's Houston Marathon in January. So I need to look at, another good, flat, fast course to get the time. And, look, my back's to the wall. I mean, I'm 38. I've been out of it pretty much since Beijing, and I haven't run a marathon in 2 years. So for me, I know the challenges that are ahead of me, and I don't think by any stretch of the imagination it's going to be a walk in the park. But I still think there's a slim chance. So while I still think that there's a slim chance and the door's open, I'm going to try to make every post a winner and hopefully get that 2:12 time required and get to London next year.
Lee, just finally, it was a great performance by the Kenyans, at the top 3 of them breaking 2:11 and the race record going. Did you think that was a chance today?
The race record go? What'd they run?
2:10:01.
Oh, I thought they had no chance at all. I saw them at 36 or 37k, and I didn't rate them a chance at all. I thought they were way off. But the fact that the course record's been broken, I think Brad Camp will be extremely happy. I think the organisers will probably be disappointed. They wanted a sub 2:10, but I know that the way they'll get a sub 2:10 is to run the first half more conservative, because that's the tougher part, and then they'll be able to really open up in the second half, which is the faster part. And the crowd there lifting them will definitely bring them home to definitely a 2:9 performance.
Lee, good luck for tomorrow, whenever tomorrow comes.
Great, thanks. Look forward to waking up feeling as sore as buggery. Cheers.